Yo, y'all do know that them people in my cemetery is not people who I don't know already, right? Them are people who I was fighting in my studio and by Kazala in 2001. Like, fuck that. That shit is real, bro. I was really fighting with them people in 2001, them Latin Kings, because there was a lot of situations that happened so fast in 2001 in Rikers Island. Okay, in June. For starters, we was having the Eden War projects sit down meeting. And we all got together, and I'm a part of Eden War projects. You know what I mean? I'm on the documentation in Albany stating I'm a resident to Eden War project. So we all had to take the elevator, and it took us to Eden War projects. Instead of driving and getting the rest of the shit, I took the Black Power Ranger buckle because it was only 3 people in the 1165 building who had the opportunity of being a Black Power Ranger buckle because they had a black dick. That was a resident of 1165. That was me, Cottrell, and Blackfire. Cottrell couldn't use the Black Power Ranger buckle because he didn't have an 8-inch dick. So he wasn't the perfect fit. Blackfire can't use the Black Power Ranger buckle because he didn't have a pink tip. I was the perfect fit. I used the Black Power Ranger buckle and I morphed in the elevator and came into Eden War projects. I took the elevator and it took us to Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? I gave Cottrell my red bike that I had. Because he couldn't use the Black Power Ranger buckle. Then shit popped off from Rikers Island. I had everybody locked in their cell. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing the day room for them. I had my bulletproof vest on, my bandana, my patent leather pants and everything. These Latin Kings came through and punched me in my mouth and punched the tooth out of my mouth. So that started a problem amongst my family cause you see my teeth in my mouth, like it's missing. That's the tooth that these Latin Kings in my cemetery punched me on my mouth with. So I lost my tooth fucking with them niggas. I stood quiet about it, you know what I mean? Cause these niggas wanted to be shadow boxing this shit. Then the devil came from Japan. My father, as Sea Dragon, came through. And he was crying like a little bitch. And my father was crying like a little bitch. Talking about his daughters was in danger in the government because the devil's gonna get them. And he don't know what to do. I told him to bring me back in the government. Cause it's not like I wanted to leave. They kicked me out. Because I was masturbating in the house. You know what I'm saying? They said that was Catholics can't masturbate or some shit like that. That was the problem we had that day for me to explain about. So I told my father, I don't got a problem going back in. He couldn't charge me with a double homicide. That's how he said it. I'm on some, yo, I don't care. If those are your daughters and them are my sisters, stupid, you think I'm gonna sit there and let something happen to them? And then the devil's, because he was gonna get my daughter, the devil from Japan. And I turned around and told that nigga, you wanna bet? Know what I mean? I told that nigga, if I shoot you with this 12 gauge shotty, you leave my fucking daughter and the bitches alone. But if I don't, you can slice me up with this samurai sword. I told him that shit. Cause my father was fighting with the Bible of Japan. So this is the devil from Japan. This wasn't the devil from America. Every country got their own devil. Every country got their own God. You know what I mean? They need to understand where they going at with this shit. How is it war? I need to pay attention. Your war is above you and under you, never in front of you. Okay, so if you don't know your surroundings, you need to know your guardian. Is it hell or heaven? And then you need to know your location. Where do you think hell is at? To then know where heaven's at. Do you believe that heaven is up in the sky? Because if you believe heaven's in the sky, then you must call them aliens and monsters, angels from above. When it's self-explanatory. If you listen carefully, they tell you. You are waiting for the angels to call your number from being under. The angels have not called your number from being under in America. Heaven is under your feet in my cemetery. Okay? They didn't call your number from being under. Your number is your social security number. Okay? This shit is tiring, but it's the truth. Your number is your social security number. So, if they didn't pull your plug, the clock is still ticking for you. Obama don't have a social security number. That's why it's hard to get him murdered. But God gonna do it, because she don't go by the social. She go by your soul. So that nigga is some shit. You better believe it. God like to do voodoo. That's what I'm trying to tell people. They voodoo me to tell the truth and live deja vu. So you can't tell me my life is a made up lie. I'm telling you the fucking truth. So this devil nigga came through. He gambled me. You know what I'm saying? I shot that nigga dead in his stomach. And I took his sword from him and I sliced his fucking head off his neck. You know how he looked? Have you ever saw that movie Elektra? You know that bitch with the Raphael, the Ninja Turtle swords? Okay. And she got the red spandex? Yeah, that was the devil. I sliced his fucking head. Right off his fucking neck. And I handed the samurai sword as I bent down on one knee to my father. And left it like that. And I went to go fuck Christine Marie Preston. And this nigga Eddie was cop blocking. Started peeking through the fucking cell door. Then had the nerve to call me Mickey and her Minnie. So I got tired of this shit. He ain't know I already evolved in the cage. When Christine Marie Preston was trying to calm me down, making me fuck her in all kind of ways. Cause she knew I was about to snap. And I got tired of this nigga, so I kicked the door open and punched him dead in his chest. Dragged him by his ankle and slammed his face to the fucking wall. In his cell, he was in the 19th cell. I slammed that nigga face right through the wall. So he know. And then what got me more mad was I pulled this nigga pants down and he got a Mickey Mouse tattoo with a 5-point star behind it on his right butt cheek. I turned around and said, yo, what type of freaky shit is this? You know what I'm saying? And I made the badges raping for that shit. Then there was more problems that happened too. But they can't say Mookie didn't exist. You know what I mean? Crystal Ramirez RP didn't exist. Because we had a baby shower and a birthday party for her in Rikers Island that day. You know what I'm saying? She was carrying my baby. And that's when Erica told me the nigga that sliced her face. So I sliced his whole sideburn, his right sideburn. My arm is box cutter make the world go round. Plus a fucking bitches, that ain't my homegirl now. That shit is real. You know what I mean? And another problem we had up in that shit was like back to back up in that motherfucker. Another problem we had was what started the conversation in that shit, I should say. They said you gotta be 14 to go to high school. That shit got all of us mad, because a lot of us left our elementary at 13, graduated to go to high school. A lot of us got mad for that shit. You know what I'm saying? All because of this bitch Yvonne. That's how I felt. All because of her. There was something about her that high school had to change or something like that. Well, you had to be 14 to go to high school. And it was originally 13. That was the big problem we had that day. You know what I mean? My fault for not letting y'all see me or nothing. It's just, I don't know what the fuck happens to my phone. And I don't know how to use it right. So I'm not even gonna fuck with it and then fuck up what the fuck I'm saying to y'all. You hear me though, that's what really matters right now. To know where I'm coming at, because I don't really talk to people like that. But you hear me now talking to you, so it's like, there's nothing you really gotta say. More than you gotta do. But then after that shit, you know what I mean, I still kept my comments to myself after all that shit was said and done. I still calm when them Latin King punched me in my fucking mouth. But when my father came to me after I shot that devil in his stomach and handed him the sword, the Daredevil from Marvels, he put the red, black, and white beads on my neck. But he was blind. You know what I mean? That was Grandpa Charles. He didn't know what the fuck was going on after that. All he know is he put the beads on my neck, and everybody was screaming, Mikey, 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 no, no, no. And oh, yo, boom, boom, boom. Damn right. I fucked them Latter King niggas up. Every last one of them niggas. They punched me in my mouth. I ain't playing about that shit. And they wasn't gonna get me twisted with these black and red and white beads on my neck. Alright, I'm not no Latter King. I'm straight up blood homie. Fuck all them niggas up. And then they stabbed me in my gut with an ice pick. Picked me up and threw me in the water of Rikers Island. Not knowing I had my Power Ranger watch in my pocket. My pants I had on that day was zip-up pants, like the pockets had zippers in it. I had my car key in there, I had my Power Ranger watch in there. You know what I'm saying? So I was good. My car was already right there in front of Rikers Island parking lot where the bus stop is at. So I swum out the water, because I'm a real good swimmer. And I went in my car. But mind you, I was Felix. I had a silver BMW that day. I went in my car and drove back to Edenwald real quick, packed up my shit, put it back in my cemetery and left. And gave him back Mikey. Because it was starting to bother the hell out of me. I had to go back in the system. But it's time to be playing no more as Felix. Erica could have waited. She wasn't in no rush. That's how I felt with her. My father needed me more than she did. He needed a favor, so I gave him a favor. Went back in the system undercover. That's how you got me as Eddie Michael Jones. Because they got you adjusted with Mikey. Not even having no idea who am I really. And that's how I played everybody. Manipulatively. And played in reverse psychology. Because now there's something wrong with them, more than it seems to be something wrong with me. Alright? Now you understand the party? The man you looking for is right in your face. There's no need to be searching when I'm right here. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you the same shit over and over again. It's starting to become annoying.